All right, everybody, all you Move, Think, Smile followers, and everybody that follows Meal Garden. And I know right now the Move, Think, Smile people are probably like, what's Meal Garden? And the Meal Garden people are like, what's Move, Think, Smile? Well, we got something that we're doing really cool that we're collaborating on coming up this Wednesday on August 17th. And it is a very deep down, intensive, integrative business growth workshop. Now, who this is for? Well, if you're in the state of wellness, especially functional and integrative health. So you could be a functional integrative, our functional medical doctor. You could be an integrative healer. You could be a health coach. You could be a nurse practitioner that specializes in wellness. And if you're out there and you are dead serious about making this world a healthier place, you might want to think about coming to join this thing. And I'll give you a spoiler alert right now. Up in the description, there's a short link. You can click on it. You can come over and register. You'll get a complimentary pass. Right now, in the past, 36 hours, we've already had 60 registrations. We're capping it at 100. So if you like what we're talking about today, because we're kind of giving you a little bit of a hint of what we're going to be doing in this workshop next Wednesday, then definitely sign up and come on over. And I want to introduce the panel of people that you'll be seeing in the workshop this coming Wednesday. So my name is Adam Von Inns. I'm one of the founders of Move, Think, Smile. And right below me is Elea Faucheron. She's the other founder of Move, Think, Smile. And then over here, camera, right? We've got Kiki Athanas, and she actually is with Meal Garden, which is super cool. And she has recently become a paid client. We've been working with her about 6 weeks. So she can kind of give you an insight of what it is that you can expect to learn. And then we have Robin Morgan. I'm going to get this
away.
She's over here. She's down over here. Okay, cool. And Robin is actually on our leadership team, and she really specializes in a lot of really cool digital marketing stuff. So why are we doing the workshop? Well, it's because I think the wellness community's gotten the shaft. I mean, to be honest with you, what are we seeing out there, guys, when it comes to the wellness, health practitioners, functional, integrative, holistic? They're out there. Their heart's in the right place. They've got these amazing talents. They're helping people overcome diseases and dysfunctions from lifestyle. Yet, a lot of times we're seeing two things happen. One, they're having trouble getting really great results with their clients because not enough of them are being compliant. And or both, they are struggling having a healthy bottom line and a healthy health company. Would you say that's about correct?
Yeah, and they're burning out from it too.
And they're burning out from it too. So if you were to come into this workshop next Wednesday, well, what could you expect to learn? Well, first, let's talk about one of the cool things that's going to happen. And that is you register, you show up. The cool bonus is you're going to get a free 30-day trial to Meal Garden. And you don't find that anywhere else. And if you don't know what Meal Garden is, it is a full meal planning app with protocols already lined out. So if you do any type of food stuff, meal suggestions, anything like that with any of your clients, and you'd like to be able to hand them something that's completely compliant, even if you're not a registered dietitian, then the Meal Garden app is the way to go. You need one for autoimmune? Boom, there's a protocol. You just put your client in there, it's good to go. And it adds so much incredible value to what you do as a practitioner, let alone really getting great results with your clients. So let's talk about the three things that are going to happen in the workshop if you decide to come over and register. Number one, using integrative business strategies to have a 97% success rate with your clients and doing it 50% faster. So, Elea, when it comes to working with people, what do we usually see in the health and wellness space?
Well, we see people working one-on-one, and we see people, as Robin said, burning out. So they're not able to give their clients the best because they have just not enough time. They're trying to give too much of their time to the clients that they have. But the other thing that we see too is that because the practitioner isn't able to give their clients everything, their clients are not getting the results that they could be. So there's just this like really interesting thing that happens, this dynamic that happens where the practitioner is trying to give everything with all these one-on-ones, but they're just really not getting the results that they want with their clients. And we really address and talk about how to get faster results, but also really how to set your clients up to be successful and how to get them to be more compliant and how to get them to be in the magic spot where they're really going to be able to take action on what it is that you're asking them to do.
Yeah, because what's the most valuable resource on the planet for every human being on the planet?
Time.
Right? If you learn how to not only take your success rate, and I want to give a couple baselines here. So in the digital space, you see a lot of people doing health and wellness stuff in the digital space, kind of online. So this whole online kind of done with you, or kind of like, I'm going to call it like do it yourself, kind of like you see courses popping up over the place. The failure rate is 97%. Failure rate. That means they have a 3% success rate. Now, let's say you actually work with somebody kind of one-on-one. Then what we're seeing is a jump from 3% to maybe 10 to 15. And if you're lucky, 20% success rate with your clients. But there is a way to absolutely restructure your business from a procedural model, right? That one-on-one transaction trading time for money, to a transformational model that, no kidding, the number one thing you're doing is you're taking your client success rate up to 97% and you're helping them get the results in half the time. If that isn't value to the client and making this world a healthier place, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. Then we're going to talk about, oh, Rob, you want to say something?
I was going to say, it's almost counterintuitive, but once you see the magic behind doing it this way, you would never want to go back.
Yeah, it's super cool. Now, Kiki, we started working with you as like a real client, you know, a full paying client. And what have you seen so far, kind of like what we're talking about when it comes to like getting people better results, more people better results?
Yeah, well, I think it really comes down to helping us as practitioners have a better understanding of how our businesses will actually run, from the marketing and the sales, so that we have more energy to put into serving clients at not only like a higher rate. We're able to give more, as Elea said, because we're not burnt out. And I just feel so much more calmer around just having a whole structure for my business and feeling like it's real, and feeling like I have a plan, I have a strategy, I have a roadmap, and then I have like an actual support team to help me, you know, in times when times get tough, or when ads are confusing and things like that. So I think for sure all of those things translate into, okay, and then now we're able to serve our clients at a higher capacity, and it's not, and we can just focus on what we're meant and what we want to do, not on all the other stuff that stresses us out and acts as an obstacle to getting us there.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we're going to show you how to do on August 17th, this coming Wednesday. We're going to show you how to structure things so you are getting your clients to a 97% success rate, and you're doing it in half the time. And as Robin talks about, without burning out. It's super cool stuff. Now, one of the other problems we see, not only with, you know, having more impact, which is what we all want to do, but then it comes down to getting the people that love working with us, that we also love working with. Because who has ever had a challenging person in their life? That should be everybody in the planet, right?
Yes.
So the trick about doing this is, how do you create waiting line demand, right, from the 196 million people in North America who want wellness but can't find it? So check this stat out. Market Data LLC, big research company, 60% of North America population wants some type of wellness. That's 196 million. 80% of them, that's 157 million, have never had it offered to them. Then why are so many people, especially in the functional and integrative space, having trouble getting clients? You should have a waiting line coming up to your door. Who wants to pipe in on that one?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say that for so many, it's the struggle of like what to say, and feeling like there's so much noise out there. And how do they not get like washed away in that? And how do they actually reach the people that they can help? And I feel like for most people, especially because being online, it provides so much opportunity, and yet it's such a vast place to get lost in, to get confused in, and to not know like really what to say to get people to actually do something. And there's nothing more frustrating than feeling like you're posting every single day and nothing is really happening, or like you feel like you're just, it's crickets. And so that's, you know, that's one thing that I think is a big problem and is a big issue that people are always trying to overcome.
So what we're going to do is, on the workshop, we're going to show you exactly how to use integrative business strategies to create waiting line demand. Now, we've got a couple little super secret processes we're going to share with you. One's called creating the ambulance effect, which is insanely powerful. And it doesn't matter if you're online or offline, but if you learn to integrate this marketing strategy into your practice, you will create waiting line demand. And Robin, so we can talk about, let's see who had a waiting line demand recently. Haley Willoughby,
Haley,
right? One of our clients. She does hypnosis, she does NLP, she does tapping, and we helped her create a 22-word ad, and she had to shut off her marketing, right?
Yeah, it was so powerful and so effective, and she was attracting the exact right people to work with. So that's what we had to pause.
And when we mean exact right people, what kind of people do you mean, Robin?
The people who are ready to solve the problem and invest and show up and do the work with her.
Even if you don't take insurance.
Yes.
And I think this is, I think this is really something to highlight. We just brought in a couple people the other day, some physical therapists, and they're like, I'm just so tired of the insurance model. Like, I get out there, first of all, they have to negotiate a price that's almost not worth my time. And then half the time they don't pay. And then even if they pay a year later, they'll do a chargeback saying, oh, that wasn't the right diagnosis. We're taking our money back out of your account. So if you are like, yeah, I've been there, I'd rather not have to deal with this insurance thing. What ends up happening is we're going to teach you exactly how to set your pricing to where it's fair to your client, but it's also very healthy for the bottom line. And when I mentioned the word like 3K to 5K, most people, their jaw drops, right, Kiki? They're like, are you kidding? But if we take something like diabetes, so we've been talking a lot about this, at least in North America, if someone's got diabetes, if they got an A1C of 6.2 or higher, what ends up happening? Well, according to the CDC, they're spending $16,750 a year just to manage the diabetes into something worse. And if you set your price into a transformational model using integrative strategies, and then you learn how to speak like they think and use the ambulance effect to create that waiting line demand, it doesn't matter what your price is because you're actually saving them a ton of money in the long term. And you're making their health better instead of having to manage and mitigate the symptoms like traditional healthcare. And I think that's really important there. So, Kiki, because I know we're kind of like at this process getting ready to launch your stuff.
Yeah.
What have you learned so far?
Oh my goodness. Well, I think one of the main things is literally learning how to speak like people think. Your Think Talk method has just been transformational from taking what I've already had and actually making my marketing make an impact and like getting replies and getting applications and all of those things. And then I've also just really been able to think bigger, not only in terms of like my pricing, but also just in terms of my business as a whole. I've never felt comfortable committing full time to coaching because I always just felt like it was too frantic, it was too scattered, it was too unreliable. But like once you have the Move Think Smile like team and system behind you, you really realize that it's like there's no better way to live than to like follow this method and to like actually do what you want to do, actually make dependable money on it every month, and like actually enjoy your life is what I'm
yeah, it's awesome. And I want to highlight that in the workshop, this is not going to be like some marketing presentation, guys. This is a intensive business growth workshop. So we're going to be working with you together. It's not going to be one-sided where it's just us talking the entire time. So if you want to know how to structure the company, you want to learn how to change the structure, you want to know how to change the message so the right people are showing up at the right price, then you're definitely going to want to come to this thing because we're going to teach you exactly how to do that. Then I think the great benefit about this is it's like, if anybody's ever followed Zig Ziglar, one of the old motivational dudes out there, Robin, what does Zig say? You remember what his saying was?
No. Sorry.
Does anybody remember Zig?
Don't call on me.
Yeah.
All right.
Isn't
Zig
it
says,
help enough people get what they want and you will get what you want, something like that.
Yeah. You help enough people get what they want, you can have what you want. Right. So our mantra at Move Think Smile is you help enough people transform their health and wellness for the long term instead of just managing and mitigating the symptoms like our traditional sickness-based healthcare does. You're allowed to enjoy your life a little bit too. I mean, would you all agree?
Yes, you are.
So when you learn how to change the structure and you change the message, then you seriously change the results for your company. So, and we're going to say some big numbers here, and I'm not kidding about this. You'll learn exactly how to net 6 figures. I'm talking about profit. And I'm talking about with like an 80% profit margin. And people right now go, this guy's full of it. I can show you the numbers. I can show you our numbers. I can show you our clients' numbers again and again and again. We're going to teach you how to net 6 figures while reducing your client load. This is the kicker, to less than 10 hours a week. To less than 10 hours a week. So, Elea or Robin, kind of what have you seen with this? What kind of results have you seen?
Well, I mean, for one, I've seen a lot of people just breathe a sigh of relief, sort of the way Kiki was explaining. Like, I don't have to run around. I don't have to worry about posting on social media, every platform, every day, 100 times a day. I don't have to worry about chasing clients down. You know, it's really about finding those clients in a way that is comfortable for you, that makes you feel good and proud about your business, and enrolling them into the transformation that they've been looking for. And it's just so beautiful on both sides of the equation.
It is. It is.
Yeah. And I think one of the biggest things is people often tend to breathe a sigh of relief in the sense that we're sharing how to not feel like a broken record. Because when you are working one-on-one, you often tend to just be repeating yourself time and time and time and time again. And so we're really looking at how can we, again, maximize your time, maximize client time. And actually the way we're structuring this, it's actually in service of the client. And a lot of people think, oh, well, if I do 6 to 10 hours a week, they're not going to get results, or, oh, I'm shafting them or something like that. But really we're looking at how, from the experience that we've had over time, how this actually supports both the client and the expert. And that's really, really important, because I know so many experts in health, it's like they want to have a healthy business, they want to have a healthy bottom line. And then also there's kind of this rub around just making sure that, you know, can they charge this much, or are they giving enough? Are they worthy enough to charge this price, and things like that. And so again, we're looking at how to actually maximize their time in service of the client.
Yeah. Absolutely. Good stuff. So anybody watching this, if you're at all serious about making this world a healthy place and you'd like to have a healthy health company, come on over, click the link above. It's a complimentary pass. You are going to have to fill out a little bit of a form, because this is not just like a big freebie event. Anybody could just sign up. We need to know you're serious. We need to know you've got a business. We need to know that you really want to have an impact on this planet and, you know, enjoy life a little bit too, because it is a win-win situation when you do it the right way. It's actually a triple win. I mean, it's a win for the clients. That's first and foremost. It's a win for the company, because now it's got a good bottom line, and it's a win for you because you're not burning yourself out in the process. Would you all agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Super cool. So everybody, come on over to our 3 bold moves to make the world healthier in 2022. It's going to be this coming Wednesday, August 17th, 2022. And we're going to start at noon Eastern time, which is 9 a.m. Pacific. And we're going to get in there and do some really cool stuff. And be sure, if you come over and register, make sure you let us know what are the big obstacles you're dealing with, and what are the biggest questions you want to solve right now. What's the thing you need the most help with? Because we're going to get in there and we're going to help you make that happen. It's really important that we do that. And, you know, Kiki, you know, kind of coming in and, you know, we kind of like partnered together, you know, from a workshop perspective earlier this year. And then you came in as the client, and now we're kind of like doing this same thing together. You know, not only are we going to give them the free trial, or the basically free 30 days to Meal Garden, so they can just get in there and see what it's like. Because I know like sometimes the 7-day trials and the 14-day trials are just not long enough, but now they can actually get in there and kick the tire and see what this thing really does. And I can tell you guys, if you don't have a meal planning app in your practice, you need to get one. Like, it's almost like artificial intelligence for meal planning. Like, it's just smart. It just does.
I was just in there this morning printing out recipes for the family, actually, because you can narrow down by keto, grain-free, whatever you need. And so I was using it for myself.
Nice.
That's super cool. That's super cool. So yeah, there's 157 million people out there who want wellness and have never had it offered to them. And if that number doesn't blow your mind away, and this one might, if we took every functional and integrative practitioner in North America and we maxed out their client load, there would still be about 149 million left. Yeah. So there is room for everybody. It's really learning integrative business. It's really learning integrative marketing. And I don't mean because you're an integrative specialist. I mean, it's learning how to make every bit of your business speak your value, communicate your true value, So the only option people have to say is yes, because they realize what the benefit is by hiring you. And if you don't have that waiting line demand right now, and you're working more than 10 hours a week with all of your clients, and you're not netting six figures, and you're not getting all of that, and you don't have a waiting line knocking down the door, waiting to come in and work with you, definitely come over to the workshop, click the link above. Let's get in to register. It's a complimentary pass. Like I said, we've had 60 people register in the past 36 hours. We've got 40 left. Come on over before they're gone. On that note, Kiki, Elea, or Robin, is there anything else you would like to add?
I'll jump in really quick and just echo what Adam said around this isn't a marketing, like just full-on sales pitch. It is actually a training, and I learned a lot from these trainings before I actually jumped in with a client, and I was able to implement the teachings and actually apply them to get results. So even if you're like, I'm not becoming a client, or like, this isn't for me, if you just want to get like a couple hours of insanely valuable information, this is definitely for you.
Nice. Awesome.
Nice.
Elea?
Yeah. I think at a very minimum, you'll walk away thinking a little bit differently about how you're talking about your business at a bare minimum. So I think that's all the value even there.
Yeah, I was thinking that same thing, Robin, and really just looking at the confidence to change the structure of your business. Because I think for a lot of people too, it's can be kind of scary to think about changing the structure or even changing the price by like a couple, $20 or $30. And so I think, you'll walk away with some really great ideas that are going to stir the pot on how you can restructure your business in a way that is going to be, again, beneficial for you and for your clients.
Awesome. All right, everybody, we're out of here. I know it's just a kind of like just a quick glimpse of what's going on, but Kiki is right. This is going to be full on training. It's not just like some big marketing presentation to push you guys. Last time they came, we talked about how to have conversations. We talked about sales skills. We talked about enrollment. We talked about how to handle objections when people aren't really sure if this is the right step for them. If you're serious about getting clients in, really helping them improve their health, click that link above, come on over, register, and we'll see you on Wednesday. All right, everybody, take care, and we'll see you soon.